Jason, how you doing, sir?
Good, good.
Having a good day?
Very well, thank you.
This character of Joey is probably the most wounded, emotionally sophisticated character we've seen from you yet, and I feel you've kind of been building up to this role. What made you want to take this part?
I'm always looking for something to get my teeth into, and sometimes it's just not there. So, you're going to work and you find, you basically, you don't want to sit on your sofa waiting for someone to drop on your lap. So this just came at the right time. It was a terrific script. I was aware of Steve Knight's, previous work, Eastern Promises, I loved. Dirty Pretty Things, I loved that. So, I knew that this was, going to be of some kind of quality. And the people that Stephen was working with, Paul Webster, a brilliant producer, he got all these, an award-winning cinematographer, and all of a sudden it became like a real quality project. And shooting in London, I haven't done one over there for a little while. So many reasons to get stuck into this, but more than any of those reasons, I just thought this would at least challenge me in a different way. I thought it'd be a little bit more. It would require a certain amount of research, a certain amount of rehearsal, and all these things don't normally. I never normally have that kind of a drive. So I really wanted to do justice to this one.
You do a good job, mate. Stephen Knight's absolutely brilliant. I love his work. His writing is so dark and layered. I mean, what's he like to be on set? Is he moody? Is he a fun guy? What's his personality like?
He's a happy man. He's very quiet, and he's very at ease. Everybody, I think the director is responsible for the mood of the set, and he put a very peaceful set together. Everyone knew what they were doing, and everyone was very happy and working at a very easy pace. He wasn't throwing his weight around. He wasn't abusing the position of director. He wasn't, he wasn't a big mouth. He was just calm as a coma. It was really, he really. For me, it was like he'd been directing for 20 years. This was certainly nothing like a first-time director's sort of confidence. He must have been on film sets his whole life. Yeah. He really showed some experience there.
One of the themes this movie has is the whole surveillance theme, with the cameras and the drone, and it's kind of very omnipresent for this time. What's your personal view of that, this whole surveillance controversy?
I think it's a good thing. I think good and bad. I mean, no one likes to be watched all the time. We get followed around with cameras all the time. It's a pain in the ass. But I think it's really good for the crimes that get committed out there. And I think you're very grateful for it when it's useful. People getting mugged on the streets. You want some kind of justice for that. It's the world we live in now.
Definitely. Everything is on CCTV.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about the female co-star, Agata, the Polish actress, I guess. I thought she was absolutely brilliant. And you and her have this very interesting relationship that kind of has a slow boil to it. Were you basically filming a lot of stuff in sequence, or was it all over the place with her?
Obviously, my desire is always to film in sequence, but you never get that. We were, subjected to locations and how we could get them and what time throughout the course of the shoot schedule we were allowed to get those. So it's never as you want it to be. But we had a couple of weeks rehearsal at the beginning, right before the first day, and so we were really comfortable in each other's in each other's company. We really rehearsed quite extensively, which I never really get to do often. So we were very, very comfortable with each other, and she was just great.
She's fantastic.
Yeah.
Last question. So, with this and Safe, you're taking these characters and you're kind of getting a softer vibe to them. They're getting more mellow, they're getting more beat up, they're more emotionally complex. What's the most surprising thing that those characters have in common with you that you can tell the fans out there that maybe the warm, cuddly side of Jason Statham?
The warm, cuddly side. Oh dear. No, I just think, I think under every sort of exterior there's a softness. Whether people like to admit it or not, everyone's got a soft side. No one's a robot. No one's indestructible. No one's emotionless. Everyone is affected by situations, and you know. I just think it's you know, a lot of the time I don't get a chance to express it. You know, I'm just about to go into Expendables 3. I'm sure I'm not going to be emotionally tangled in that one. Yeah.
Good stuff.